And then you're just sent into a lower vibration of like, oh, things don't work out for me. And then when you are showing up in the world with that belief, that becomes true. So, good morning, friends. Today, I thought I would pick up the vlog camera and just take you through a day in the life, because it has been a really long time since I've done one of these. So right now I'm getting ready because I have a few things to do today. I have to record some content for my fitness channel, or not my fitness channel, but my fitness Instagram page. I'm gonna record some reels. And then I'm gonna drive towards downtown Los Angeles to do an audition for a car commercial. It is going to be my first in-person commercial audition. I honestly didn't realize that commercials casted in person, but my agency sent me this and we'll see how it goes. So I'm not sure if you can see, but LA hard water has kind of been hard on the hair. There are little wispies growing out of my scalp right now, and I never really had breakage like that. I'm honestly not sure if it's my broken hair or my hair that fell out is regrowing itself. I don't know, I hope it's the latter, but there were definitely moments where I felt like my hair split was just very bald looking, but I feel like lately it's improved. Recently I also started bulking again, so I think that helps a lot. I was on a 6-month cut after my initial 20-pound bulk, so that was, I was in starvation mode for a really long time, and maybe my body was like, okay, it's time to fucking drop all this hair. The last time that I lost that much hair was when I was 15. And those of you who have been watching for a while might know that the reason I was dropping that much hair at 15 was because I was starving in high school. There wasn't much to eat at home, and I was just very nutritionally malnourished. So that's why a lot of my hair was falling out. But also at the time, I thought it was because my mom was stressing me out. And I think maybe that had something to do with it. And the funny part is, I went to France that same year. I got to go to France on a school trip. And as soon as I went to France, my hair fallout stopped. And at the time I was like, it's literally because my mom's not here and I'm finally away from the house. Yeah, it was really bad. I would like go like this. I would run my fingers through my hair, and then there would be 5 strands of hair in my hand. Like literally every time I did it when I was 15. It was really bad. But I'm glad that France solved the problem for me. Looking back on it, I think it's probably because I finally ate food that had nutritional value. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough for me. So it's been about 2.5 months since I moved to LA. So far I have worked 5 jobs. I have one upcoming one next month. 3 out of 5 that I've done are modeling gigs. And surprisingly, I really like the modeling stuff. The reason I say surprisingly is because modeling's not what I came down here to do. I just wasn't really expecting to book that many modeling gigs. I mean, percentage-wise, I mean, I came down here to do acting, but I'm actually very pleased that I've been booking a lot of modeling stuff, because it's a reaffirmation that I'm like attractive. You know? I'm a model, I model or whatever. I'm pretty enough to model, you know, that's always a nice feeling. I know that my room looks like a fucking tornado right now. I apologize. Please understand. I'm doing laundry, I'm washing my sheets. So the bed is the central part of the room. It's not looking good right now. And my closet's open, you can see everything. Ooh, haunted story time around the campfire. The modeling stuff has been really fun. It's basically just getting paid to socialize with very attractive people and having a good time and just enjoying snacks and then just posing and smiling. So the last photo shoot that I did, it was for a wine brand, and pretty much the entire day we were just vibing. We were just, me and the other models, we were just chilling and talking. And then when they were ready for us, we just had to, you know, ha 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 ha, you know, sniff the wine and just pose. And it's all very fun. I feel like modeling is much easier than many other jobs in this world. Maybe that's highly subjective, but I think that the more you enjoy the job that you're doing, the easier it is, because it just doesn't feel like work. For example, when I was working corporate and I was in meetings all day and sending emails all day, that might be easy to somebody who likes that, even though if somebody likes that, it's like, what's wrong with you? No, I'm just kidding. Am I? I don't know. I mean, it's not like a physically laborious job. In comparison, modeling and acting is more physically laborious because, you know, long hours on set. Oftentimes you're standing in heels and just like being in uncomfortable positions, and you know, you're smiling all day so your face muscles hurt. So modeling is more physically laborious. However, working in a corporate office setting, for me, knowing that I didn't want to be there, that was very emotionally and mentally exhausting, and that was so much worse. All that to say, modeling has been fun, and we get free shit. Like, I got to take home a bottle of wine at the end of that shoot. It was really nice. I don't drink, but I'm using it to cook chicken and it tastes very good. So anyway, having worked 5 jobs already after 2.5 months here is insanely good when I look at it from that perspective. Everybody always talks about how hard it is to break into this industry and how rare or how hard it is to book. And so maybe I came into this expecting it to be a lot harder. Honestly, I don't really know what I was expecting. I think for so long I was just so preoccupied with getting my ass down here that I wasn't even thinking about like what I was hoping to accomplish within the first whatever period of time. But now, you know, see, the thing is, I've got a taste for it now. I'm just like, okay, when's the next booking? When's the next booking? What am I gonna do now? Because also financially, it's been hard. Not necessarily. I mean, I do have savings. I saved enough for me to be okay for a while, but that is not going to last forever. You know, that's not gonna last forever. So it's like, okay, so the pressure to make money and book gigs and just become super fucking successful, it's on. The pressure's on. I'm trying to adopt the mindset of whatever's meant for me is meant for me, because as a traumatized eldest daughter of an immigrant family, I have anxiety. I'm always anxious. I'm a perfectionist. I'm worried that I'm not good enough. And throughout my entire life, I've always tried too hard. I feel like it's not doing anything for me. Like, it's not a good thing. Lately on social media, there's been such a narrative around like being in your feminine energy and attracting, not chasing, and just letting what is meant for you come to you instead of you just like forcing things. I think it makes a lot of sense, because whatever's meant for you really will not miss you. I think back in my life on things that I wanted really, really badly and I tried to force, and then I think about them in the context like they didn't work out because they were never supposed to, because the road that I was forced to take when I didn't get those things led me to where I needed to go, to valuable life lessons, to experiences that I needed to have in order to be here today. In 2020, I begged the universe to let me move to LA and do this acting thing in 2020, right after college. And the universe said no. The universe said no. I was forced to move back home. I had no money, I had no job, I had no prospects. And I'm afraid. But moving home was the only way that I was gonna be able to get my car. My dad gave me my car. He bought this used car from his boss when I was around 16. And it was our family's 3rd car. And he bought it for like $1,000, which was like a freaking steal. Buy cars from people that you know, I guess is the lesson. So I was learning how to drive around that time, and I thought that this car's for me because I'm learning how to drive. And you know, each of my parents already have a car, so what's the point of having a 3rd car? My dad did not let me drive that car. He did not let me have that car after I got my license. He did not let me take it to college. I was very upset. Because it's like, why would you dangle that bait in front of me only to like not let me have it? But But he made me a deal, which is that if I got an engineering job, if I got a job, he was gonna give me a car. And he gave me that car, the car that I've been wanting for years and years and years, literally since I was 16. He finally gave me the car and gave me the title. And he wouldn't have done that had I not gotten a job. And if I hadn't gotten that job, I wouldn't have met two of my closest friends today. If I hadn't gotten that job, I wouldn't have paid off my student loans, and I would still be swimming in so much debt. I even think about it in terms of something so little as in like, that job taught me how to take flights and like go places for like a day and then like jump on a plane and go back home like really fast. Because up to that point in my life, I like hadn't done that. Like I thought that it would be such a waste of money, and there was like this mental block for me where I wouldn't allow myself to go places on short notice and go places on my own. Like that job taught me how to rent cars, and after I moved home, I relearned how to drive. Like if I had moved to LA in 2020, like I would not have a car. I wouldn't know how to drive, or maybe I would have gotten into like a huge accident or something. And so, you know, looking back on it, it's like, okay, now in 2024, what I didn't have in 2020 was a car, the ability to drive, the knowledge, the extensive knowledge that I've gained in the past 4 years of how the world works, you know, last minute flights, things like that, experience living on my own, and people, friends that I wouldn't have met had I not moved home. So yeah, some things are just meant to be, even though I didn't want it. I really, really didn't want it. Also, moving home showed me what would happen to me if I just gave up lifting and eating right, because I was just so fucking skinny and just unrecognizable to myself. And now I know I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to go back to that space. Anyway, the lesson there, I feel like, is no matter how hard I begged and begged and begged the universe, please let me move to LA in 2020, I needed to go down the path, this path of move home first, pay off your debt, get your finances settled. You know, if I didn't get the job, like I wouldn't have had savings. I wouldn't, you know, like I wouldn't be able to survive down here. No matter how hard I begged, that was the path I had to go down. So that's just like a lesson on don't force things. Don't try to force things, because no matter what, like you're gonna go down the path that you're supposed to go down the whole time. So what's the point of just like, you know, bursting a blood vessel trying to like force yourself down a path that you really, really want in the moment? So, you know, that's the thing that I feel like is hard for some of us control freaks, traumatized perfectionist control freaks, because it's like, why is it so hard to just let go and just like go with the flow and just let the tides take you? My sister is a really, really good example of being in your feminine energy and just being in your receiving energy and just everything working out. She is a rather successful self-published author. She has tens of thousands of followers on Instagram. She makes money from her book sales. She gets a lot of commissions because she's also an artist, and she does it all from home, and she never expected any of it. And I feel like that's why she got all those things, because she didn't force anything. She just did what she liked, and then she sat back and relaxed, and all this just came flowing to her. And I feel like it's very hard for me to be in that same mindset. Maybe it's because I'm not the younger sibling in the family. I feel like the reason that she's been so chill is because she actually gets along with our parents. And I was the one who just like couldn't stand being in the house anymore. So I had to move out, and that put me in a less good financial situation than I would have been otherwise. Part of me is very envious of my sister and what she's able to do emotionally to just detach and just let all the wealth come to her. And so I'm just like, I should be more like that. You know, I should be more in my receiving energy rather than just chasing everything all over the place. It's harder than it sounds. I feel like at some level there's a little bit of a contradiction between manifesting what you want versus like being so detached that things just come to you. Like, you have to act like you don't care about the outcome. Like, not only act, but you actually have to like not care about the outcome. But how are you supposed to manifest your ideal reality if you're not allowed to like be specific about what you want? Like, if you're not allowed to want, you know? I read in a book lately that desire and wanting puts a physical, or like not a physical, but like a psychological distance between where you are and what you want. So you just have to like not desire it and just know or feel and believe that it's going to just come to you. It's only a matter of time. It's already yours. Basically, you have to just believe that what you want is already yours. And I find that challenging. But literally every time I look back at my life, every time I've gotten something that, you know, has been really, really substantial in moving my life towards a positive direction, it's when I wasn't expecting it. It's when I wasn't wanting actively. Like the job that solved all my problems. The corporate one, the horrible corporate one. As much as I shit on it, it solved all my problems. It solved all my problems. Oh, fuck, I smeared my eyeliner. When I got it, I was just in a headspace of like, okay, well, you know, this is my life now. I'm stuck at home living with my parents. I'm just gonna focus on making YouTube videos so I can feel like I have a reason to get out of bed every day. Because I can't find a job. It's the middle of the pandemic. And literally as soon as I just relinquished that need to just get a job immediately and move out of the house, a job fell into my lap. I didn't even fucking apply. I got recruited and it changed my life. And things like that, they're easy. They're effortless. The solution just comes into your life. And that's why, you know, if it's really, really meant for you, it won't miss you. I didn't do anything. It just came to me. And so I'm just like, why can't I just do that with everything? Why can't I just go to an audition and not have such high expectations for the outcome? I think I'm doing a little better at it. I've been thinking about this topic a lot. Tonight's audition, I feel like I'm actually more or less kind of detached about it. Obviously, I hope I get it, but if I don't get it, it's not going to be the end of the world. There will be others. I think what it comes down to is just telling myself like, hey, even if this one doesn't work out, there will be others. You don't need this specific booking to do what you want to do, to be a successful actress, to make money off modeling. You know, you don't need this specific one. It will still happen. Have you ever wanted anything just so badly and you didn't get it? Well, that's just how the world works. Here's where the detriment of wanting comes in. You are attached to the outcome of a specific scenario, a specific audition, a specific job interview, a specific possibility, a specific person. And when that doesn't go through because the universe has other plans for you, it's very upsetting. It's very, very upsetting. And it makes you question your entire self-worth. Because it's like, damn, why didn't that work out? It's because you wanted it to work out too badly. And then you're just sent into a lower vibration of like, oh, things don't work out for me. And then when you are showing up in the world with that belief, that becomes true. So if you say things don't work out for me, that's true. You just manifest your own reality. You dig your own grave. However, if you're just like, hey, regardless if this situation works out or not, I am worthy, I still have value, my dream reality can still come true without this specific thing, without needing this specific thing to work out. It'll just come at a different time if it's not this. Then you're open to possibilities and you show up in the world in that way. And that's a better way to show up in the world. If something's not happening and it's not working out, it's not meant for you. It's not the right time. I got the cutest tiny little sharp scissors for my lashes.
lashes, full-length lashes are always way too long for my eye, and they poke me and it hurts. So I cut my lashes. And these scissors make it so much fun. But yeah, I didn't really intend for this whole video to turn into like a rant about manifestation and stuff like that. But, you know, LA has been going pretty well. It's been going very well for me. And I want to focus on that because I feel like when you're in a state of gratitude, like, thank you, universe, for giving me these opportunities. Can I have some more? Then, you know, you're just in that wavelength of life where you just get things. Between bookings, I do have quite a bit of time on my hands, and I'm trying to use it wisely in order to not go crazy. There were a few weeks there where I was going a little bit crazy because I had done a job and then I didn't book anything for 3 weeks, even though I was submitting like crazy and doing like 7 auditions a week. And I was going crazy because I was just sitting tight waiting for the auditions to come in. And I think I was unconsciously putting myself in a reality where it was hard for me to book things. I was like, why is it so hard? I thought it was hard, so it was hard. Things weren't coming in naturally. And then right when I didn't expect it, I booked that wine shoot, breaking a 3-week dry spell. I used to do my makeup a lot more intense. I talked about this in my last video, but I feel like I haven't really been an eyeshadow girl as of late. I feel like it just makes your makeup look way heavier than it would without it. A makeup look without eyeshadow looks light and breezy and natural, and then when you put on eyeshadow, all of a sudden it's very, very like glam, you know? And hey, that's appropriate for certain situations, but I feel like day to day, I don't want to do that anymore. I feel better without eyeshadow, which is so funny. I say as I'm not even laughing. It's funny in an ironic type of way, not like a ha 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 type of way. But yeah, I also feel like casting directors, they like more natural looks anyway. So they know that you're not just hiding under like a pound of makeup and that's the only reason you're pretty. It's like, hey, I could be hiding under a pound of makeup and still be pretty, okay? But, you know, you want to just show more of your natural self on the surface, because they are probably looking at like 100 other girls. Alright, I think we're ready for some content. There's just this little hair bump. Matter of this little hair bump that has been there since my birth. I might have to blow dry it down. We shall see. So at first when I came down here, I wasn't really expecting to book gigs at all. So I was just like, okay, let's build a home gym. Let's try to find clients. Let's get into photography. Let's do all these side projects, just to make sure that my time here is worthwhile, you know? I don't want to just use my savings and live my everyday life just like dilly-dallying the time away waiting to book things, and just wasting all the other time. So I was taking on so many personal projects when I first came, and then suddenly I was booking things and I was like, okay, well, I guess it's taking off. And then I was like, okay, waiting to book things, and then it just wasn't happening. I told myself not to get distracted because I was frustrated that I wasn't getting personal training clients, and then I was like, wait, I'm here to do acting. Not getting personal training clients doesn't matter. And then I focused too much on acting. I like tunnel visioned, like, I'm here to do acting. And then I was waiting for the bookings to come in. They didn't come in. 3-week dry spell in March. And now I'm just like, okay, I need to find a balance between that to just make sure that I'm using my time wisely on the days I'm not booking, and when I book, great, I'm gonna go work. And just not have such an expectation for things to work out. Like, maybe the reason I'm not getting personal training clients is because I need this time, because I'm about something really great acting wise is gonna come around the corner and it's gonna take up all my time. I don't know. April is about realizing shit. April is about realizing that I just need to be detached and just let things happen. And just trust that I'm on a right path and the universe is looking out for me. I've been seeing 333 a lot lately. I don't know if you guys believe in angel numbers, but in the past I would see 666 a lot and 444 a lot. 666, I thought that was an omen because, you know, I'm not Christian though, so I guess it shouldn't mean what it would mean to Christians. I looked up the 666 angel number, and that essentially just means like refocus. refocus. You're losing focus. Refocus on what's important to you. Redefine your values. Just look back within yourself to see what's like really important, because you're diverting your attention too much. 444, bad luck number in Chinese. Bad luck numbers. I was like, okay, what the fuck are with these like omens, you know? But it wasn't an omen. It was just 444 means the universe is with you. Trust in its plan. I also saw a lot of egrets when I, like the bird, egrets, which are apparently the symbol of patience. When I was in a very impatient time in my life. I feel like the universe sends you signs, or maybe your subconscious looks for signs, or tries to send you signs. It looks for signs in your environment, and it's like, see, this is what you knew deep down inside of you, but this is what you needed to like be shown to like confirm that, you know? Because sometimes I feel like your conscious mind and your subconscious mind are just not communicating with each other. Not sometimes, all the time. But your subconscious mind tries to, you know, make you look for things. I don't know what I'm talking about now. I made something kind of cool. It's called the Productive Person Planner. And essentially, it just lets you plan out your days by the half hour. And it has AM and PM, and it has undated pages so that you don't feel so pressured to use it every day. It's on Amazon. I'm gonna link it below. But yeah, I made a product because I was just like in a manic episode of like, I need to fucking like do everything with my time. So I fucking came out with a product. Like literally, there is something wrong with me. But anyway, I do really like it. I really like this product, and I think a lot of people would like it as well. It comes in 3 colors, you know, the pink, the blue, and the green. Very cute pastel vibes. But yeah, it's cute. The cool thing is that since it has pretty much every hour of a 24-hour day, there's no pressure to like be a morning person or like, you know, start the day at a certain time. Because some of these planners, they be starting at like 5 a.m. and or like, you know, 8 a.m. I don't know. And sometimes it's a waste of space. It's a waste of paper. But this, it has the whole entire day. So you can start your day at 3 a.m. if you wanted to. That's the nice thing about this. There's like a little checklist at the bottom. Oh, it's blurry. There's a little checklist at the bottom and then a notes section. I feel like this is really good for, you know, those of us who are just crazy and neurotic, like myself. Yeah. With each of these that I sell, I get $3. So if you feel like supporting me and my crazy acting pipe dream in LA, you can feel free to buy one of these planners. If you like Google Calendar, but you like the physicality of writing something down, this is perfect. This is the perfect product for that. So yeah, little plug. This is me setting up my filming situation for recording some reels for my fitness Instagram. Lately, I have just been choosing 1 to 2 days a week to get my makeup on and put on activewear and go inside my home gym and make 3 to 5 reels at a time. Mainly just because if I were to do this every day, if I were to try to put together a video from scratch each and every single day, I would be screwed. I would not still be posting. I think I've been posting consistently for like a month. I've gained like 20 followers, which is like nothing. I feel like social media has been hard for me, like way harder for me than it should be. But I think it's just because I make it hard for myself by having expectations like, oh, I'm gonna be so successful in social media, people are gonna want to watch what I post on YouTube and I'm gonna make so much money. But no, Instagram Reels don't even pay money. So I'm really just doing this to kind of just try to find my target audience. I am trying to, you know, build up my remote coaching business. I write people programs, and it's hard to find people who want that. Or maybe I shouldn't say that it's hard. I should say it's easy to find them. I need to gaslight myself into thinking it's easy, but that's what I do. And I haven't really been a trainer lately. I mean, I haven't gotten to be a trainer lately because I've built this entire home gym and I haven't found people to train yet. I mean, I have been here in LA for like 2 months, but haven't trained people in a while, and I miss it. I honestly do miss it. And I feel like recording these videos allows me to scratch the itch of I miss being a trainer, because I get to tell people on the internet how to do certain exercises and give them fitness tips and stuff like that. And I feel like the gym girls are starting to find me. That's my target audience. And it feels nice. I feel like most of the 20 followers that I've gained in the past month and a half have been gym girls. And I feel like I just needed to create content for my target audience, which was basically me when I was skinny. So it's like, the question is, what would skinny Leanna would want to see? What do I think that I would have wanted to see? And yeah, sometimes there is the occasional creepy dude who follows me, and I'm like, I know you're just following me because you are attracted to me and you want to ogle at my body. You can tell with these things. But that's fine because the gym girls are finding me. This process can be described as me spending 30 minutes to an hour recording a video that's going to be 1 minute and a half. It takes long. These reels take a long time, but I just gotta make sure that I'm in frame, that the lighting's good. Camera skills, oh, they are not my strong suit, but I guess with more practice, it will come, or it'll make sense. But I just have to make sure I'm in frame. I have to make sure the lighting's good. I also have to make sure I'm articulate and I say what I want to say in the video and it comes across in a way that's clear and concise. I have to be concise because it's only 1 minute and a half. I'm not being very concise right now because this is a very long video. And now I am making my bed and just putting everything back on. God, why are you watching this? This is not interesting at all. I don't know, maybe it might be interesting for some people. But yeah, I make my bed and by my face you can tell that I really hate doing this because my duvet is so fucking heavy. It's horrible. I don't like this. I don't like putting my sheets back on my bed after they've been washed, but the sheets gotta get washed, you know? Muffin. Just a little snack before I start cooking. Okay, so something really stupid / funny, depending on your sense of humor, I suppose. I got all the ingredients ready to cover my chicken in this breaded seasoned mixture. And then I took out the chicken and the chicken was still frozen. I guess it just needed an extra day to defrost in the fridge. I wasn't expecting it to be so hard when I took it out of the fridge. So I stuck the seasonings back in a bag and I decided to make noodle soup instead. And this was a very wholesome meal regardless. I have been enjoying putting effort into my meals lately, like a lot more effort than I'm used to. Obviously this noodle soup is pretty easy, but I mean breaded chicken, come on, that is effort. Because I used to just like stick raw chicken in a pan and then stick it in the oven and I wouldn't even care about how it came out. So I feel like I am putting in considerable effort as compared to what I used to do with my food. And it's been nice. I've been making meals. I've been making really wholesome meals, and I feel like part of it is because I haven't really been able to eat out lately, just because I'm trying to save money, and I do have a lot of time on my hands. So it's been nice taking care of myself nutritionally. Hello friends, we are headed to the audition. You're gonna have to forgive the weird camera angle. I never know how to film in a car, and I know people have like dashboard camera mounts, but I don't have one, and this is the best I can do. So bear with me. We're headed to the audition. It is 3:48 right now. The audition is at 5:15. It said 40 minutes with traffic. However, one thing that I've learned since I moved to LA is that Google Maps fucking lies. You basically really don't want to believe Google Maps. Like, even if you plan to get there like 30 minutes early, you're gonna arrive there like right on the dot. That's one thing I've learned, and it's been unpleasant because I do not like being late because I need time to like gather myself and like catch my breath, you know? Anyways, today is a very overcast day in Los Angeles, which is out of character, but I'm glad because sometimes the sun be too strong. The sun
hurts my skin. And I sweat, and then I show up at the audition all red. And what's even worse is that when I get audition anxiety, I turn even more red. So it no longer becomes Leanna who's auditioning in front of them, it becomes a tomato. And then they have the right to ask, hey, is she drunk right now? Because she is Asian and Asians get Asian glow. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But anyways, you guys are sitting in the glove compartment right now, and I'm hopping on the freeway. I never did any like car vlogs. I mean, yeah, I've never done any car vlogs. Mainly because I don't know where the hell to put my camera in the car. So yeah, I guess this is the first official car vlog, and you guys are already lopsided. Ugh. Safety first. I can't fix you guys yet. Okay, so mindset going into this audition. I'm trying to convince myself that I don't care, but obviously I care a little bit. But you know what? Here are objective truths. My agent sent me on this one, so regardless, I'm gonna do it anyway. So regardless of the outcome, I have to treat this as a homework assignment, and homework needs to get done. So yeah, that is one. Another one is that it's an audition, which is better than not having an audition. An audition is a chance. An audition means casting has seen my photo and is like, hey, she matches the look of what we're going for. So we want to see her. This is step 2. This is level 2 of the process. Level 2, higher than level 1. Another objective truth. I don't have to book this specific gig in order to be successful, ultimately. Alright, so 3 objective truths. Yeah. One thing I've noticed is that people like driving really, really fast down here. I mean, people like driving fast in the Bay Area too, but I feel like there's a little more urgency down here in LA, because I feel like the traffic is just so bad that when there is no traffic, people just want to like take the chance that they have to like fucking step on it. So yeah, there's a lot of interweaving and people being impatient and shit. Sometimes I like to hide behind a giant truck if I just want to go slower and just catch my breath a little bit, because sometimes people just be driving so fast and it's really stressful. Another thing about driving in LA is that the roads are so bumpy for no reason. It's just like so bumpy. Okay, so we made it. I am parked on a residential street, almost a block away from the casting office, and that was very stressful. So there's a grocery store right next to this office, and I love parking at grocery stores because it's like, oh yeah, you know, big ass parking lot, lots of spaces, don't have to worry about parallel parking, don't have to worry about finding street parking. And then it said, customer parking only, you will get towed if you park here and you're not a customer. And I'm like, well, I'm not fucking risking that. So I'm like, okay, street parking it is. So I go find street parking. This is the only spot that I see. I make a 3-point turn. It's a very narrow street, by the way, full of cars. And I'm just like trying to like go back and forth, back and forth. It's not a 3-point turn, it's like an 8-point turn. And cars are waiting for me and it's very stressful. So, you know what? I survived and we are early. We are really early. It's 4:33. What I think I'm gonna do is go inside early, use their bathroom because I need to pee, and then just sit there and study my script. So stressful. I hate parking. There is an H. My veins make an H. Okay, so this is what I have learned about doing auditions. Casting directors want you to just show up as confident, professional, and not weird. I feel like a lot of people will show up and act weird because they're nervous. And I am definitely not one of those people. I've definitely acted weird before. I've definitely admitted out loud that I was nervous once. I don't think that helped me. I don't think that was a good idea. So this time I'm just going to walk in and, you know, be myself, be confident. I'm gonna try my best to. And I really feel like the blazer and the fit works to boost that confidentness. Like, even if this up here doesn't look confident, this does. And that is going to be helpful. All right, just finished the audition. The audition itself was a minute and a half. Ah, so stressful in a short period of time. Oh my goodness. I wore my sunglasses like this because it's cute and it shows my face. So what actually made me feel a little better about this was that we did it in pairs. So I was paired up with another girl and she was really cool. We were acting like we were friends already, even though it was like, it's been like 1 minute. I think we did good. The girl that I did it with said that she thought we killed it. So at least from another person's perspective, it went well. So yeah. Oh my god, it does not get easier. Okay, it does get easier, but not by much. These auditions, man, oh my god, I'm sweating. I am sweating. Whew. Okay, coming down from that high. I was really anxious earlier. I'm really glad that I came 45 minutes early because I actually needed it. I arrived into the building 15 minutes earlier than my scheduled audition time. And we were called in like literally like 5 minutes after I signed in. So we did our audition 10 minutes early. And I was lost trying to find the building entrance because it was like very inconspicuous. But we did good. I did good. Good job, Lily. I am looking at myself in the viewfinder right now and I'm telling myself, good job. You did that shit. You had an audition. They wanted to see you based on your headshots, and you already beat out like hundreds of other submissions that they didn't want to see in person. So you did a good job. I was doing shadow work journal prompts yesterday, and the first question was, what was something that your younger self needed but never received? And my answer was, she just needed to be told that she was doing a good job, just once. My younger self was never told that I was doing a good job. Ever. Ever. It was always like, why can't you be better? Why can't you be perfect? And it was very hard. It was very hard on my psyche. I was just a girl. So right now, I am imagining hugging that little version of me and saying, good job, Lily. Good job, girl. You did your best. And that is enough. Okay. Honestly, the audition didn't go perfect. There were a couple times we messed up the sequence of events because I was nervous. But I think other than that, it went really, really well. Me and the girl that I was paired with had really good chemistry. And now we can only hope that that amount of chemistry was better than the other girls that they saw. I don't know. We're probably like their 20th audition today. I don't know. I don't know. Leave it up to fate. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Alrighty, so I made it home. I had dinner. I had a quesadilla. I was really hungry, so I didn't film it. I ate it really fast. And now I am having my protein shake and gonna watch some TV to unwind for the night. When I was stressing about not booking jobs for those couple of weeks, I would just spend the entire day just like watching TV in a depressed mood. Like, I don't really have anything else to do. I don't feel like doing anything else. I don't have motivation to do anything else. But lately it's been, I spend the day being productive, and then at night I will allow myself to just unwind and just like watch something that I enjoy. There's been a really good life balance lately. Today's been a little bit different than it has been usually, just because I had that audition today. Always grateful for opportunities when they come up. Happy to drive and sit in traffic for hours to experience these things. This is Blushies. I love him. His name is Blushies Jonathan Chow. Jonathan came from nowhere. This is Poofy. I have never really been much of a stuffed animal type of girl, but lately I have very much so been one. I feel like, well, before I was just like, they're stupid and frivolous and a waste of money and space. But now I'm just like, they're so cute and they bring me a lot of joy. This one's Squishy. Squishy has been with me in my family for a little tiny bit already, but the other two are new. Blushies is very, very soft. He's one of those very, very is it squishmallow? I'm not sure, but very, very soft, very, very squishy. And literally every single time for like the past like 3 or 4 years, every time I would walk into like a TJ Maxx or a store that sells these, I would compulsively just press my hand on one of them. Like, it feels so good. I just had to like buy one and bring one home, and it's been great. It's been great ever since. And Blushies makes for a very, very comfy back pillow when I'm sitting in my little armchair here. So all the talk today about attachment and letting things go and just letting the universe give me what it has planned, and distance from desire, creating distance from what you actually want. It all came from this book. I've been reading this book lately. It's called Letting Go: The Pathway of Surrender by David R. Hawkins, PhD, MD. My coach recommended this book to me. My powerlifting coach. It doesn't really have anything to do with fitness, but mental fitness. Yes, it does. And honestly, it's been life-changing. I've been reading it like this, and it has been very helpful. If you are also someone who struggles with just letting things go, and you have really, really strong attachments to certain outcomes, and you find yourself constantly disappointed because you have all these expectations, it's time to let go. It's time to let go. And obviously it's easier said than done, right? But I already let go of a few things. I've employed the technique that he talks about in this book. The results have shown. You know, I feel like I'm a lot more level-headed. Also, I think because ever since I turned 25, my prefrontal cortex fully developed, and from that point on, I've just been like more level-headed than I was before. Anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.